Hi guys, welcome to another audio video. Now these are the priests and the Levites that went up with Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, Shariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Malush, Atush, Shaniah, Rehum, Meremoth, Hidu, Ginnethah, Habijah, Meamin, Meadia, Bilga, Shemaiah, and Johirib, Jediah, Salu, Amok, Ilkiah, Jediah. These were the chief of the priests and of their brethren in the days of Jeshua. Moreover, the Levites, Jeshua, Benui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mattaniah, which was over the thanksgiving, he and his brethren, and Bakbukiah and Uni, their brethren, were over against them in the watches. And Jeshua begat Jehoiakim. Jehoiakim also begat Eliashib, and Eliashib begat Jehoiada, and Jehoiada begat Jonathan, and Jonathan begat Jeduah. And in the days of Jehoiakim were priests, the chief of the fathers of Sariah, Mariah, and of Jeremiah, Ananiah, of Ezra, Meshullam, of Amariah, Johanan, of Milihu, Jonathan, of Shebaniah, Joseph, of Arim, Adna, of Mariah, Elkai, of Edo, Zechariah, of Ginnethon, Meshullam, of Abijah, Zikri, of Menayamin, of Mohaiah, Pilthai, of Bilgah, Shamuel, of Shemaiah, Jehonathan, and of Jehirib, Methani, of Jediah, Uzi, of Salai, Kalai, of Amok, Eber, of Ilkiah, Ashabiah, of Jediah, Nathaniel. The Levites in the days of Eliashib, Jehoiada, and Johanan, and Jeduah were recorded chief of the fathers, also the priests to reign of Darius the Persian. The sons of Levi, the chief of the fathers, were written in the book of the Chronicles, even until the days of Johanan the son of Eliashib. And the chief of the Levites, Ashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua the son of Kadmiel, with their brethren, over against them, to praise and to give thanks according to the commandment of David, the man of God, ward over against ward. Mattaniah and Bakbukiah, Obadiah, Meshullam, Talmon, Akub were porters, keeping the ward at the threshold of the gates. These were in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Jeshua, the son of Jozadak, and in the days of Nehemiah the governor, and of Ezra the priest, the scribe. And at the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem they sought the Levites out of all their places to bring them to Jerusalem, to keep the dedication with gladness, both with thanksgiving, and with singing, and with cymbals, psalteries, and with harps. And the sons of the singers gathered themselves together, both out of the plain country round about Jerusalem, and from the villages of Netophathi, also from the house of Gilgal, and out of the fields of Geba and Azmaveth, for the singers had builded them villages round about Jerusalem. And the priests and the Levites purified themselves, and purified the people and the gates and the wall. Then I brought up the princes of Judah upon the wall, and appointed 2 great companies of them, that gave thanks, whereof one went on to the right hand upon the wall toward the dung gate, and after them went Ushiah, and half of the princes of Judah, and Azariah, Ezra, and Meshullam, Judah and Benjamin, and Shemaiah, and Jeremiah, and certain of the priests' sons, with trumpets, namely Zechariah the son of Jonathan, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Methaniah, the son of Micaiah, the son of Zakur, the son of Asaph, and his brethren Shemaiah, and Azarahel, Melalai, Gilalai, Mahai, Nathaniel, and Judah, Anani, with the musical instruments of David the man of God, and Ezra the scribe before them. And at the fountain gate, which was over against them, they went up by the stairs of the city of David, and at the going up of the wall above the house of David, even unto the water gate eastward. And the other company of them that gave thanks went over against them, and I after them, and the half of the people upon the wall, from beyond the tower of the furnaces even unto the broad wall, and from above the gate of Ephraim, and above the old gate, and above the fish gate, and the tower of Ananiel, and the tower of Meah, even unto the sheep gate, and they stood still in the prison gate. So stood the 2 companies of them that gave thanks in the house of God, and I, and the half of the rulers with me, and the priests Eliakim, Maaseiah, Miniamin, Meshaiah, Elionai, Zechariah, and Ananiah with trumpets, and Maaseiah, and Shemaiah, and Eleazar, and Uzzi, and Johanan, and Malchijah, and Elam, and Ezer, and the singers sang aloud with Jezrahiah their overseer. Also that day they offered great sacrifices and rejoiced, for God had made them rejoice with great joy. The wives also of the children rejoiced, and the children rejoiced, so that the joy of Jerusalem was heard, even afar off. And at the time were some appointed over the chambers of the treasures, for the offerings, for the firstfruits, and for the tithes, together into them out of the fields of the cities the portion of the law for the priests and Levites. For Judah rejoiced for the priests and for the Levites that waited. And both the singers and the porters kept the word of their God, and the word of the purification, according to the commandment of David and of Solomon his son. For in the days of David and Asaph of old, there were chief of the singers, and songs of praise and thanksgiving unto God. And all Israel in the days of Jerubbaal and in the days of Nehemiah gave the portions of the singers and the porters every day his portion, and they sanctified holy things unto the Levites, and the Levites sanctified them unto the children of Aaron. Alright guys, so this chapter is telling us of the Levites and the priests that actually were in Jerusalem and reside within Jerusalem. Right? And it's telling us what their offices were, what exactly they would do. And it's telling us how they went on the wall to sanctify the wall. And because they built it, and no, they needed to basically sanctify it. Just like you'd reinforce anything that you have, And whenever you have a new house or whether you have a new apartment, you would actually have a housewarming, or an apartment more yes a housewarming party or something to get acclimated with the place, and basically bless the place. That's what we consider it, blessing the place that we actually are going to actually live in. And so this is basically what they were doing. They fortified the walls, they ensured that the walls were up, and no, they were sanctifying themselves and sanctifying the wall. Okay, so not because you fortified your wall doesn't mean you shouldn't sanctify it. Right, guys, so that's it. I mean, this was pretty self-explanatory, nothing much here, just more details for us, right, to show us what actually took place. And even though the children of Israel were still being subjected unto Persia and unto other lands, they still were serving God, and they still were living for God, and God prepared a way for them to actually worship Him and to draw close to Him and to repent, because this is a gateway for them to actually show that they truly wish to serve the Lord with all their heart and with all their might. So this is their chance to prove themselves to God once more, and they're doing everything within their power to ensure that they do not fail at this. As we can see here, they are trying their best to ensure that they're successful in this pursuit, in their pursuit of God. Okay, and we also should do the same. Ensure that we try everything to actually pursue the Lord in all His goodness. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna leave you right here. Please remember to continue to walk in your salvation, and if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.